I finished moving into my new apartment and finally got the internet working, so it's time to move on with the next lesson. And in this one, we're going to add some automated unit tests for the saved game reader. This way, as we make new versions of the saved game format, we can make sure we don't break any older versions. And at the end, I'm also going to talk a little bit about opening up the project to more people to have more contributors. I think that will let us advance the game a lot faster than just depending on me being the only developer for it. So we're going to start this out by opening up the solution. And in the test engine project, I created a new folder called test files, created a subdirectory underneath that called saved games, and then I created a game_0_1_000.sos csrpg file. This is going to be a save game file in the 0.1.000 format. And all I did was I took a saved game file that I had that I moved around a little bit and got a little experience, picked up some quests, so we had a full set of data in here, and pasted those values into that file. If you're going to use the same unit test code that I use, you'll want to make sure you use the exact same saved game file that I use, because the unit test is going to look for specific values that are in that save game file. And something to remember after you add this file, check its properties and set the copy to output directory to copy always. You probably could set it to copy if newer, but for safety, I do copy always. Next, in the services folder under the test engine project, I created a new test save game service. You'll need to have the using directives for engine.services and engine.viewModels, since we're going to use the service that reads the game file, and then we're going to get a viewModel object back. And I created one unit test in here to start out with. This is named test_restore_01000. So this will test our format 01000. All it does is it calls the save game service load last save or create new, and passes in that save game file that we have from our test data. And then we have some assertions down here to check to make sure the values are equal, that the version equals what we expect, that the locations X and Y coordinates match what we expect, that the player's data, the dexterity, current hit points, gold, etc. all matches, and that the player has the one quest that it's not completed. We're asserting that it is false for is completed, checking to make sure they have their recipe, and then check their inventory to make sure they have the items we expected to have saved based off of all the data in here. Here's the items, here's the player information, here's the recipes, and here's the quests. Once all that's in there, you can run the test. I'm going to run it through my ReSharper runner, and we can see that the test restore 01000 was successful. So now in the future, when we change the format, we can make sure that the load last save or create new function will read the old format and it doesn't break anything. And that's going to be it for the code changes for this. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about opening up the project to more contributors. In Github, we have the source code all out here, and I recently added the workflow, our task board. I've also added a new wiki page and set the game roadmap as one of the wiki pages where I see adding the new features and kind of the order we're going to do these. And I've also added a new issues page. So if you spot a bug, you can go into this page at SOS CSRPG issues, click new issue, and you can either report a bug or request a new feature. This way we can keep track of all of them, and it will be easier for me to manage them, and we don't just forget about things. And this will also be a way for you to make contributions to the source code. If you see a bug and you have a fix for it, you can file a bug report, go make a change, submit a pull request to the source code, then I'll review it, and if the pull pull request is good, I'll merge it into the main code and it'll be available for everyone then. I haven't run an open source project on GitHub before, so I'm sure there are going to be things that aren't going to go right the first time. We're just going to try this. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If you have any tips, let me know. If we try something and it doesn't work out well, let me know, and we'll just try to adapt and move forward a little bit better. Because the project is currently in .NET Framework, I don't think we can do an automated build on GitHub. I can do it through my Azure account, but not just directly on GitHub. So I'm going to try playing around with that, see if I can get that to automatically check every commit or check every pull request and make sure that the unit tests still pass. But in the meantime, we're just going to kind of do our best. Again, if you have any thoughts or suggestions or tips, or if you know any good guides, please let me know. Please send me a link. And if you'd like to contribute to the source code, please leave a message below with your GitHub user ID, and then I can add you as a contributor, and we'll see how this goes. In the meantime, everybody stay safe and keep coding.